observation. So for me, like it's all about watching how people handle rooms. Okay, and I'm watching dynamics because from the outside you hear stuff, and then you're in the locker room. You're in the locker room. So you're in the locker room. Who's the coach? Phil is the Phil Jackson's the coach.
Oh no, I wish he was supposed to come and coach that year. We could talk about that. He was supposed to come and coach. He
wanted to do the 41 only home games and didn't want to go on the road. Is that the time?
Well, see, what happened was he was about to have back surgery. He wasn't going to be able to travel, and so he wanted to make sure that his doctor was going to be okay with him coming back to coach. We had just literally talked right before they made the decision to bring in.
He had Frank Vogel, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't Frank Vogel. It was Mike D'Antoni. It was Mike D'Antoni. I literally was just talking to Phil. The first time I was talking to Phil, and he's like, Dwight, I really want to coach you.
Oh, I remember because he said we're going to average 140 points game a night.
And we didn't need to do that.
Yeah, we didn't need to do that.
All we had to do was beat people up. We got the greatest closer. You got the two biggest big men in the paint, Pau Gasol and myself. Who's going to stop us? But we tried to play a fast-paced game with older players. I'm the youngest one, and I just had back surgery, and I just had a torn labrum. So why not slow the game down and play the pace that we need? We don't have to. Steve Nash doesn't have to go crazy.
Back surgery.
He just had back surgery.
Coaches, but this is the part dynamics. My interest is on the inside. So how many coaches coach you? Like if you put the big coaches, you had D'Antoni. Who else coached you?
Stan Van Gundy.
Orlando, yeah.
Why can't I forget all my coaches right now? What's the black guy?
What's the black guy?
It sounds like he really made an impact on you.
He did. I can't think of his name. Mike Brown. I'm so sorry.
I know your coaches. Don't worry about it. You got this.
I've had so many coaches. Oh my God, Brian Hill.
When you're watching, when you guys are in a place where there's a lot of conflict, okay? You don't hear a lot about D'Antoni. What was D'Antoni's style of dealing with Kobe? Like, would he challenge him or he left Kobe alone?
Oh, he would most likely leave him alone. Kobe
He would
did
leave
his
him
own
alone?
thing.
He wouldn't bother him?
He wouldn't say too much to him. I mean, he was more so chill, but I feel like with Phil, our offense would have been in a better place. The triangle offense would have suited us better. Because you can keep the one side clear if Kobe wanted to do his thing, and then that triangle that's going on the other side of the court or whatever it may be, I felt like that would have been something. Half-court offense for us, it would have been crucial. Teams wouldn't have been able to stop us in the half-court. So by us trying to play the fast-paced game, that wasn't us. And then I felt like I was at a place in my career where I needed to slow it down and get in the triangle so I can understand offense and how to move offensively. A lot of times, big men, they mature slower in the league because the game takes longer to slow down to them. And I was fortunate enough to play in different eras. So when I first came in, it was back to the basket big. The lane was a lot more packed and stuff like that, boxes and elbows on defense. And then it started to spread out, year after year. Then to now it was like threes and half court. But, so back then, a big needed time. Hakeem, Olajuwon, they was getting in their primes in their 30s, their late 30s. You know what I'm saying? That's when they're in their primes because they're now, the game is slowed down so they can understand and see it more. So I just felt like with a coach like D'Antoni, the pick and roll and stuff was great for my Orlando time, so I think that's why they got D'Antoni. But I felt for me to take that step to the next level, it was time for Phil.
What was the difference? Locker room. Kobe, locker room, LeBron, locker room. You're in a locker room, game's done. You win, you lose. You had a sick game. You showed up. What is the vibe in a locker room with Kobe versus LeBron? Is Kobe, game's over, boom, he's going. Is LeBron, hey, man, good job, then? What's the difference?
They both go. We win and they both live. They both live in the locker room. Man, it's been so long with Kobe. That year was such an up and down year. We had our wins. We was happy, but when we lost, we was pretty pissed. LeBron, man, he is a character. He's so funny. So after the games, he's gonna His locker room is crazy. His locker room looks like your what is backdrop
the whole
here?
thing.
He got everything. Got all the shit. He got like 2 lockers, shoes lined up, all the stuff. He got his special do rags, everything. You know, so it's like the president's locker room. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so he had the biggest locker room you saw out of all the players you played against.
I mean, well, he just got 2 lockers. Most everybody get they one little spot, but I mean, it's LeBron. You get your 2 lockers.
It would seem like, I don't know if you could find this video of LeBron locker room Miami Heat. I mean, they did a whole dance. It would seem to me that Kobe is way more serious than LeBron. Yeah. I even heard you say something to the effect of, Kobe's kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
but
Kobe's
LeBron kind of wants to be liked.
When I say Kobe's the asshole,
this is
like,
the Miami Heat thing.
Yeah, I've seen him like go off on autograph seekers, for
Kobe?
coming. Going crazy because it's late. He's like, "Why you guys out here this late? Asking for autographs." So, man, I could see, I've seen that side of him, but at the same time, I've always heard that you have to be a certain type of way to make it in life. So I don't feel like he's that way with everybody. I feel like that when it's time to be that person, then he's going to be that person because he's trying to get to his goal, whatever his goal is, and he's not going to let nobody stop it. So.
Who was between the two, somebody like a favorite teammate? I'm not even going to. I'll ask you the other question next. But as a teammate, who did you prefer as a teammate, LeBron or Kobe? It's a tough one.
That is a very tough one. I just feel like me and Kobe didn't give each other time to really mesh. And we was in a place where emotionally and mentally I was fed up with the things that had happened in Orlando that a lot of people don't know about. And I'm coming into this new situation like, man, I want to turn it all around. I'm in a new city, new place. I'm playing with one of the greatest players ever. But I just came off back surgery. I'm not even supposed to be playing this whole year. I was supposed to sit out the whole season when I came to the Lakers. But I came back in 4 months. I was supposed to sit out a whole year from my back surgery. They took out that much of my herniated disc, the largest that they ever taken out of somebody's back. So I was supposed to miss significant time. Came back early, then tore my labrum, continued to play, and we made it to the playoffs. That was the last time the Lakers had made it to the playoffs until I came back, and we went to the championship.
So from 2013 to 2020, there was no playoffs for the Lakers.
No. Yeah, I remember that. But that's when he was averaging 35-4. That's when he had the streak of 8 or 9 games of 40.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Dwight Howard, a.k.a. the Hall of Fame Superman in the building. If y'all want to connect with me, ask me any question, just go to Connect, and I got all the answers for y'all. Yeah, I can tell you how many women, Wilt Chamberlain, no, that was just fake. But guess what? I got all the expertise, basketball, chess. If you want to learn how to do Snapchat, if you want to learn to get that jump shot silky smooth like me, if you want the fresh fade with the nice hair, come check your boy out. We got expertise in a lot of areas. Remember, Connect and Connect. I'll see y'all there. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.